Hello all, welcome back to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. I did have, this is my third video, but I think I'm only going to post it two because I can pretty much just say the same thing that I just said in the other one. I just took my Halloween hat back, my pirate costume I tried to purchase. The only thing I came away with that was really expensive was a $20 peasant blouse, which I'm sure I could, if I shopped around, I could probably find it for a lot cheaper. But I think the fit's going to be perfect, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. And then I had to buy some material because I could not find, everything was like 30, 40, 50 bucks. I'm like, I can't justify that for a one-night costume. I mean, I could, if I returned it tomorrow, I could wear the costume and then return it tomorrow after I went to the show. But I really feel shysty about doing that, you know. But I bought my material, black and gray. I could not find black and red to save my life. Ticks me off. I almost bought like a Freddy Krueger dress last year that would have been like perfect. That was like the skirt portion, because I would have just like rolled up the top if it was like I think it was like a full dress. So I think I'm gonna have that. I almost bought it last year from Dolls Kill. I think I'm gonna buy it this year because I really want a Freddy Krueger like type dress. Like I love dressing up year round. I don't care what time of year it is. I just like to dress up, and I like to have fun. And anything theme party, heck yes. But I don't know anybody that has parties. Every person I talk to are really freaking antisocial introverts. How I attract all these introverts, I think they're just excited about me and my extrovertism at times. I'm an introvert too when I choose to be, because I need to have that time away and that not stimulation from everything around me, because the world is overstimulating. The world is overstimulating. I have a veteran appointment with my veteran doctor in an hour and a half. I really got to get prepared for it. I got to get to my list of things I want to talk to her about. I need to do my research. I need to figure out how I'm going to get out east. It looks like I have a friend of a friend that served with somebody in the military, and the military is all about helping military members out. So I'm hoping that my friend from high school that joined the Army, I've known her for 20 plus years. I'm hoping that her friend that lives exactly in the town that I need to fly to for my neurosurgeon appointment. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I could use their address to enroll in the VA out there temporarily, just so I can get qualified, just to get the health care I need, is what I've had to do before. I'm already using my friend's address up in Washington in order to maintain my qualification for Veterans Affairs up in Washington State. If I have to, I'm going to have to maybe change my care over to the East Coast in Virginia or in Rhode Island, use that friend's address, enroll in the VA there, get the referral from a primary out there, and then go to the neurosurgeon out there. That is the only thing I can think of right now off the top of my head of how to get help and get my surgery. It is a process, but it is a process I am willing to do, to use the system to get what I need. Because it's BS that they're trying to deny me care when this is the specialist I need to see. I need to see this neurosurgeon. I've already seen 2 or 3 here in Oregon. What makes the attempt to help my complicated case. You gotta be kidding me. When I have all these doctors say there's nothing wrong, it's because they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what they're looking for. They're flipping idiots because they don't know enough about my rare, supposedly rare, but really just underdiagnosed, because the majority of the population have really a lot of the same symptoms of EDS and hypermobility spectrum disorder. It is more prevalent. I have seen it and I've helped like at least 30 people understand and realize that they have EDS. That's not a coincidence, man. Like, I meet people daily that show signs and symptoms of hypermobility and having health issues related to comorbidities that are very much linked to EDS and hypermobility. Connective tissue issues, basically. For whatever reason, our connective tissue and the generations below me are more jacked up than the generations before me and my generation. They're more jacked up than we are. And I feel sorry for these generations ahead of us, because it's up to my generation to figure it out. It's up to my generation. It's up to me and others to spread awareness about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And it's starting to pick up speed. It's starting to become trendy, just like fibromyalgia and celiac disease. Well, I hope EDS gets that type of awareness. I hope that it gets to be trendy. I hope that we can scream loud enough to be like, look, mother truckers, it is not rare. You need to learn how to help us rather than hinder our process in getting diagnosed and getting surgeries that we flippin' need. That's all I've got to say about it. Is these flippin' doctors need to figure this crap out, and they better start teaching these freaking med students how to recognize it firsthand. In the 80s, they had us do the sit and reach test. I don't know if they make elementary students do that crap now, but if they notice hyperflexibility, they need to start looking at getting those kids diagnosed, and then that way you know what to do when that time comes, if they become symptomatic or not. Because there are things you can do to help navigate it and help slow down the degeneration process by doing and modifying your life earlier in life. Had I known earlier in life, I could have modified my life so much more, and I could have probably been a lot less damaged than I am today. But who's to say if I could have done that or not? I don't know, because there's just not enough information out there. And I am trying to spread the word. I want people to know. I want people to hear me roar. I am here to advocate for myself and others. Stop gaslighting us, doctors. Stop, society, stop treating us like we're lazy jerks, because we're the least laziest mother truckers out there, because we're trying to save our lives. And sometimes we get to the point where we give up because of all the gaslighting and all our family around us disowning us because they don't think that it's a thing, and they don't think that there's a problem, but they think that you're an attention seeker, and they think that you're just doing this for shoots and giggles. Like, why would somebody want to be pretending to be disabled? Why? What is the benefit of being disabled so I can have a flippin' parking pass? Well, I'm not pretending to have this. I have mobility issues, and I am sure in the hell I'm going to fight for the right to get treatment that I deserve. And I deserve a better quality of life, just like everybody in the United States does, and everybody in the world does. I'm tired of these flipping doctors not listening to us, and so I'm a little riled up, so I should probably take one of my anxiety meds so I can be calm-ish to my doctor in an hour and a half. But I had to get this out and get this off my chest again. I am ready to fight. I had my down days of processing it, crying, being angry. I reread my MyChart message to my doctor because she replied. They're sending my referral. They canceled my referral. She answered my question of why is this canceled? And then I read the correspondence. It said something about it is out of VA network. How is it out of VA network? Because it's out of our regional VA network? That should not matter whatsoever. So I guess I just need to sign up for a new regional VA system. Maybe I'll temporarily move to Rhode Island, where that guy lives, if they're willing to basically sponsor me for a temporary amount of time, just long enough to get established with a doctor out there, get the referral and community care, and then get my surgery. That is the only way I know right now. I'm going to have to talk to veteran experts and learn how to shoot through the hoops and do what it takes to get this taken care of. I can transfer VA regions, but it's all a matter of being enrolled in a different VA system, which is complete BS. Why? Why does it have to be a regional VA? So they're only allowing veterans to stay within their region because it comes out of that region's budget, and it's all about money and politics, and each VA system gets their own budget. And so, but overall, the VA gets an overall large lump sum, and then they split it up between regions, and then those regions have a certain amount of money that they're allowed to spend. And then they need to justify those reasons on why they spent it. But as I've seen in a lot of IG reports, and knowing about my friend working at a VA hospital and what happened to her when she worked there, there is so much corruption and so many problems with the VA medical centers. Her and I both talked at length about this. We both agree they need to shut down every VA hospital. Screw the VA hospitals. Those VA hospitals are not running correctly. They are misappropriating funds. They are not helping the veterans. And they are misappropriating the drugs and the medication. It's all about the medication and the money. And it's being misappropriated. I already know people that have worked in those hospitals that have seen it firsthand and been charged with charges when it wasn't them, it was their co-workers. It is BS. The VA, all their hospitals need shut down. They don't know how to run crap, and yet the American people want government to run their health care. This is how they run their health care. They misappropriate funds. There's always evil people that are in it for the money, and then they're taking the drugs from the veterans, and these veterans are committing suicide and doing all kinds of things because they are stuck in a vicious cycle of the VA not providing what the veterans need. You hear all the good stories, but where's all the bad stories right now? I have all these IG reports. I could probably just do my own podcast about all these IGs and every VA hospital that has been inspected by the Inspector General. I've got all the reports. I know what's going on. I'm in the know-how. I've talked to people. I know people that work for the VA. They work in these medical centers, and they see it happen. And a lot of them quit because they can't handle it. Because if you don't agree with them, then you're against them, and then they're going to find a way to try and blacklist you from any kind of government job or anything, and then send you charges. is a bunch of crap. And it's unfortunate that this is just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I don't have the right tune, sorry. I'm not a singer. That's just the way it is. I'm saying is in the wrong tone. But I think it's a 90s song or an early 2000s song. Yeah, I have brain fog. Can't think of it. 70 degrees out. I really need to give Stormy some exercise. I'm going to have to take her to the park for at least 20 minutes. And that only gives me an hour to prepare. Then I got to learn how to sew. And then my pirate show is at 10 p.m. so I got to leave at 9:30. So that leaves from about 4:30 to 9:30 to try and do all my apples and figure out how to sew. Oh man, my time management sucks. I'm not going to get any of my apples done today. Nothing. I soaked them overnight though to get all the worms and buggies out. And then I'm just... Looks like I'm not canning them today. Looks like that's what I'm going to be doing all weekend is apples. I'm going to be picking more apples tomorrow or Sunday. And then also I have another friend that offered up some fruit, and I'm not sure which fruit. She said, I do, but she didn't specify what kind I can come pick. So hopefully it's some more peaches. I know she had peaches, but those are, I think, already done. Probably rotten by now. Man, our table's taking Stormy. I'll have to take this other table instead. Alright. So, anyways, I gotta get going, guys. It's a busy day. I just want to take a nap already. Alright, peace out, y'all.